2 weeks ago, Kaleidoscape announced a brand new product that came in about half the cost of its current package, and that is the Strato V. Well, today I'm excited about another brand that is introducing a brand new product that is half the cost of its current products, and that is none other than madVR, the Envy. So here I want to share with you a brand new product that announced today. It's going to be available to look at, to play with at Audio Advice Live. I'm actually jumping on a flight later on today to head up to Raleigh, North Carolina. So I'd love for you guys to come and hang out with us up there. It's going to be an awesome event, but they'll have an Envy Core there at the show so that you can look at, touch, and play with. They'll also have this at Cedia if you're able to make it there. Now, before I share all about the Envy Core, I want to give a big thanks to our channel sponsor, Arendelle Sound. Arendelle Sound is preparing to launch their new 1528 series. Arendelle says the name 1528 holds a special place in our hearts. It references the year that Arendelle was first mentioned in historical records as Arendelle, a name that inspired the magical kingdom in Frozen. We don't have much information other than they will be bigger, better, and more luxurious than anything Arendelle Sound has created to date. I'm looking forward to experiencing the new 1528 series here on the Youthman channel. So I'm going to jump right into it. I want to share with you what we know about the Envy Core. So first of all, let's just go ahead and go through some images. As you can see, this is going to be a lot smaller profile, and we'll talk more about that in just a moment, but just a super clean, really minimalistic design. On the back, really simple. We've got some air vents back there, some circulation, and then on the far left, you've got your pass-through. So you're going to use this for something like a PS5. So you typically don't want to run your video game through the Envy because there's too much lag there. It's really not designed to be partnered with a gaming system. You guys that are, especially your hardcore gamers, it's going to add way too much lag in that. And so you don't want that to slow you down. So you'll use the pass-through for that. But then the input is your typical input. So that would be, in my case, I would come out of the Anthem AVM 70, go into that input, and then over the far right, you can see the output that goes out to my projector. And so this is just a super slim product and just brand new, hot off the press. You can see the sides don't have any circulation or air vents there. And then on the front, so here you can see if you wanted to rack mount this, they do have the available ears, and then here's a side profile of those ears. So let's talk about the nitty gritty. What's this thing about? What does it offer? So here you can see on the left, we've got the madVR Envy. Actually, I just grabbed a stock image. This is the Envy Extreme. But basically, that's just an image that I grabbed just to kind of show you. So this isn't 100% to scale. It's just more for visual. But the Envy Core is half the size, half the weight, and half the price of the Envy Pro MK2, the Mark II. And so what is that price? Here it is. Introductory price in the US, $49.95 through December 31st of this year. Then it jumps up to $59.95 MSRP. And so those prices will vary internationally. So we don't know really much about that, how much difference that's going to be. But half the size, half the weight, biggest thing, you guys have been asking for it, half the price. And so again, still not inexpensive, but man, I just applaud the folks at madVR Labs because they're listening to customers. They're listening to people that want to be their customers, but that higher price point is just way out of reach. And so I'm excited about that. So who is the Envy Core for? Let's take a look at that. So really their target audiences for somebody that maybe has a TV. You can still absolutely use this with a projector. No worries there. But it's kind of hard to justify a $10,000 plus processor if you have a $3,000 TV. It's hard to justify even if you've got a $5,000 TV. And so now you've got a processor that's much more in line with a high-end TV. And so you can get all the performance that you're wanting through adding a video processor to really enhance that image. But this can be used in, those of you that have a TV, maybe a projector, media room, home theater system, really doesn't matter. The madVR Envy is agnostic. It doesn't care what the display is. This is just a much more affordable price point. And again, we all use affordable loosely because we all have a different budget, but it's much more affordable than the higher end Pro as well as the Extreme, what those price points are. And so the cool thing here too, and we'll look at some of these, is you're really getting a lot of the same features as you do on the Pro model, on the Pro MK2. And so that is super, super exciting to me. So some of the specs here, you can see the size, the dimensions, 17.25 by 13.5 by 3.5, and it's 2U high. So if you've got a rack, you don't take up a full 4U of that. And so that's super exciting there. Weight is 20 pounds. So to me, that's not a big deal. I lug heavy stuff around all the time, but to some of you that may matter, but it's half the weight. And they say, despite its compact size, the Envy core leverages, check this out, the full power of the NVIDIA 4060 GPU. And so that's pretty awesome that they're not cutting corners on that processing power. And so that's really exciting to me as well. Runs super cool, quiet, without sacrificing that quality. And here's another great thing. They're utilizing the same GUI, the same user interface, the same menu system that makes Envy really, really shine. I love the fact that it's incredibly intuitive, that it's easy to make adjustments. Like if you want to change the intensity of, let's say, your motion AI, man, they've got some presets. It's literally click a button, go to the menu, go to the motion AI, and you've got like 4 or 5 different settings for that, just depending on how much motion interpolation you want in, being processed in your setup. And of course, you can turn it off for those of you that don't like that. And so that same intuitive interface, that menu system that is with the Pro and with the Extreme, you're going to get that with the Envy core as well. So firmware updates, future features. The Envy core users will receive regular Envy firmware updates with ongoing improvements and new features. Now, some advanced future features will be available to those with the core premium package. We'll talk about that on the next slide, and higher editions. While other advanced features, they're going to be left for those that have the Envy Pro and the Envy Extreme. So let's look at that a little bit further. So the feature unlock and extended warranty. Here's what we're looking at. The Envy core delivers the core processing capabilities that the Envy is known and loved for. Those seeking even more enhanced experience, the aftermarket core premium package. That's what they're calling this. Aftermarket core premium package is available directly from madVR Labs at the introductory price of $995. So what does that do? This adds additional features and enhancements, and it doubles your warranty to 4 years from the original purchase date of the Envy core. Now, this significantly enhances the unit's value by providing lifetime coverage that is fully transferable. That is super, super cool. So including the extended warranty to a new owner. So if you decide to sell it, that warranty is transferable. And so that's exciting. So really, that is in a nutshell. Now, I'm not going through all the specs. I'll actually link down in the description a PDF that kind of breaks down what are the differences, the specs. You're going to get a lot of the same core features. Just some of those more advanced processing is going to be reserved for either those that purchase the core premium package or those that own the Pro or the Extreme. And so again, this is just one of those things where I'm excited that folks like madVR Labs and Kaleidoscape are listening to you guys. The number one complaint, bar none, the number one frustration that many of you have expressed on my channel is, Michael, I like the product. I'd love to have the product, but $10,000, $15,000 is way out of my budget. Something in the price point of $5,000, although it's not inexpensive, it's much, much more attainable for you and for me to be able to save up the money to take some extra overtime or to sell some stuff in our garage that's been sitting there for 10 years that we just need to get rid of. So it makes it much more attainable for those of us that don't have a high budget, but really want to take advantage of what the Envy has to offer. So my hat's off to the folks at madVR Labs. We're excited about your new product. I can't wait to see it at Audio Advice Live. Like I said, I'm actually jumping on a flight later on today, heading up to Raleigh, North Carolina. We'd love to have you join us up there. madVR and their team are going to be there with the Envy Core. So you can get some first-hand, hands-on experience with this, and then they'll also have it at Cedia. Now, I'll leave links down in the description below where you can purchase madVR Envy Core, and we'll also give you a link to that PDF so you can check out all the differences between the different models. Well, guys, I hope you have an incredible week. God bless, and we will catch you in the next video.